At 6, mayoral challenger Mitch Harper weighs in on the progress and concerns in southeast Fort Wayne. He says help is on the way. Good evening, I'm Heather Herron. 15 Finds Out spoke with Mayor Tom Henry yesterday regarding the mixed reviews on his southeast strategy. News Channel 15's Adam Widener continues our series of reports with a look at what Harper would do differently as mayor.
Harper has represented southwest Fort Wayne on city council since 2007. The Republican candidate for mayor easily won the primary last month. He hopes to better revitalize Southeast by cutting red tape for businesses, increasing public safety, and paying more attention to neighborhoods. There's a lot of frustration by people out here that are feeling that they're getting ignored, whether it's by the city, by developers, but they just feel ignored. What would you have to say to those potential voters?
Help's on the way.
It's a message that follows the frustration 15 Finds Out has uncovered in some folks living in southeast Fort Wayne.
Nothing should create that feeling, and sometimes it's just a matter of personal involvement by everybody in the city, showing you're committed to doing something about that feeling.
We caught up with mayoral candidate Mitch Harper near Anthony and Wayne Trace. He says it's a designated area known as an enterprise zone that has specific tools to ignite investment because of high unemployment and lack of interest. Harper thinks the Southeast needs more of these zones.
You give a little taste of freedom of taxes, freedom from some regulation, but you have an area where you give breaks in terms of state taxes, generally targeted to older areas. I would urge looking at a full range of things, making sure that there are jobs created. But all around the city of Fort Wayne, there's been people clamoring for an investment in their neighborhoods, and really that re-emphasis on neighborhoods. Only this year is the administration starting on sort of a crash program to take care of streets.
15 Finds Out asked Harper about the Southeast Area Development Strategy, labeled as a 10-year vision for the future of that neighborhood.
What we ought to be aiming for is a B+ or better. I don't think we've been at that point the last 4 years.
What would you do differently as mayor to stir up more commercial and retail Southeast?
We have to make a promise to businesses that when they come to Fort Wayne, we bend over backwards to get things in place so they can meet their projections.
The majority of the city's homicides happen in the southeast quadrant of Fort Wayne. Harper says if he becomes mayor, he'll get rid of Rusty York's newly appointed public safety director position and give the police chief full authority to protect his community. How much of a role do you think violent crime plays in deterring businesses from starting up or staying here?
I think it's sort of a constant perception. Public safety is a big concern. I will tell you that if you don't let things get to a crisis proportion as we saw in Fort Wayne 2 years ago, before you really respond.
Harper squares off against incumbent Mayor Tom Henry in November's general election. 15 Finds Out will continue to track the progress and concerns Southeast.